our first series of the day, Dutch Bim Bam versus the Rightovers, getting into the action. We've got game number 1 coming to you right now.
See how things face off here between these two teams. The first time in a while we really seen the Rightovers for Dutch Bim Bam trying to find themselves into the rival series.
So now on kickoff, a bump on Mikey Boy, or Mike Boy. Shot towards net,
the bump.
And that bump on Bilbo, that prevents the save from coming in.
Just a little bit of a clip there as the ball came on target there from Mike Boy, came around and though just clips Bilbo and he lets it go in.
So that bump by Tho, that was key to the goal. Bilbo, he had a line on the save, but he just wasn't able to get there after getting bumped, and a demo on Tho from Calix.
So a great start coming out from Dutch Bim Bam, and 2 demos come out. It's just Bilbo who actually ends up with the ball here, saving his teammate as everyone was deleted from the field. But again, for Dutch Bim Bam, a fantastic start. Really moving as a unit here downfield, trying to find shots, trying to keep up that pressure, not let Rightovers on the right foot.
Now Tho aiming for the backboard skyline upfield to Bilbo. Bilbo off the corner, Justice. A very long clear, that's towards net, but Calix able to make that save. Now Calix center ball to Bilbo. Bilbo taking his time, but he gets snuffed out by Justice. Calix off the ceiling. Delayed flip there, trying to pass that into the middle, but no one was there. Calix also not going to be able to get that mid boost. Bouncing to a dangerous spot, Mike Boy. And now Justice, good first touch. Back pass. Bilbo driving backwards to get to this ball. Not something you see too often.
Well, he saw that he had the space to do it. It was actually a fantastic pass out, but just nobody there from Dutch Bim Bam to receive it. Bilbo doing everything he can to stay with the ball and prevent any attacker to come through and make it tough for them to have a shot on target.
All right, now, Dutch Bim Bam looking ferocious.
Just Bilbo.
Now a 1v1 situation.
Oh, he got him!
Bilbo with the flick, and he's gonna tie it up for Rightovers.
Great poise coming out from Bilbo here to see that he has all the time and space to bring this one done and take Mike Boy on head on, right past the last defender into the back of the net. Bilbo, beautiful 1v1 play.
So Bilbo, we saw him be the last player left standing when both his teammates got demoed there, and Skyline getting demoed yet again. But Bilbo, a force in and of himself. Tho aiming for the backboard. Now Bilbo off the side, self-pass, but Tho is able to get in the way. Justice over to the side, Mikey Boy.
Tho's there.
Over to Tho. Tho misses his shot.
And he had the defense beat there as well. The pass was perfectly spot on. He just couldn't get the touch.
And we've seen multiple good passes coming out from Dutch Bim Bam. Just lacking that shot on the other end of the pass. See if they can start to make it work. Even that one off the crossbar. Pressure from Dutch Bim Bam mounting.
And a lot of this pressure is just coming off of the rotational bumps. When the first man goes for the ball, whether he touches it or not, they rotate through the defense of the Rightovers, and they bump someone out of the way. But here's Calix and Bilbo linking up. He puts that one away. A fantastic striker in the last series, a rival series, and he comes alive here to put his team ahead.
Just a textbook counterattack. You could see Bilbo was on the wall, moving upfield, expecting that pass from Skyline. Skyline hits that outlet pass, and then it opens up the lane for Calix to come in, and Bilbo sends it right to him. So that is how you break out of the zone and get one on the board. Well done by the Rightovers.
So Dutch Bim Bam trying to respond back now. And they definitely had a little bit more of the pressure here in this game. You see Justice now trying to find this one off the back wall. Bilbo does a good job of keeping that one clean.
And now another good passing play by Dutch Bim Bam, but Mike was denied. Double commit by Bilbo and Calix, but Calix will get a lot of boosts to deal with. Skyline with the challenge. Skyline staying with it. Bilbo's gonna have to retreat back with no boost. touch from him, he'll leave it for Calix. Calix getting a demo, but doesn't get the hit. And now another demo. We've seen so many demos by Dutch Bim Bam.
And again, it comes off of those rotational bumps, those rotational demos. Whoever goes to the ball, they immediately look to try and blow someone up on the Rightovers side, and it's really created a problem here for the Rightovers to break out, because even if they do, there's no one able to chase after it. Everyone's gone.
Now though, with an open net, that shot was put wide. It seemed like a scoring opportunity for Dutch Bim Bam.
It absolutely was, and you can see Mike Boy was trying to get the redirect there as well, but with just over 30 seconds left, Dutch Bim Bam have all the pressure, all of the possession here in the last minute or so. It's just been the Rightovers trying to throw the ball down the field. They've got to convert here for Dutch Bim Bam.
Now pass over to Bilbo, that hard shot, and another quick counter-attacking goal by the Rightovers.
And just like that, something similar we saw from Nordovin, just being able to break out from your defensive end and immediately punish a little bit of some over-aggression coming out from Dutch Bim Bam. Of course, though was back on the defensive side of things, but he couldn't get in front of the ball.
And again, it was Bilbo in that position to start that counterattack. Instead of passing to Calix, this time he just takes the shot himself. Now, last 10 seconds of the match, Dutch Bim Bam trying to get within one, and Mike Boy could not make that double tap happen. And these final few moments, just a formality, as the Rightovers take game one, 3-1.
So a dominating scoreline coming out from the Rightovers, of course up by 2 goals, and every single one of them had some sort of piece from either Bilbo or Calix. They're both linking up with each other here in this game. But for Dutch Bim Bam, man, they had a lot of chances here in this game. They had a lot of control. They had a lot of possession.
I mean, we even saw that opportunity from Tho that, you know, he had a very good opportunity in front of net. And it was from the angle I was looking at, it seemed like it was a pretty open net, and he just put it wide, and Mike Boy couldn't redirect it back into the net. So those are just those moments where it could have gone so much differently. Dutch Bim Bam with the majority of the offensive pressure, but you always have to be wary of these counterattacking teams, the teams that do have solid defense that are just waiting for you to overextend. And we know that players like Skyline, Calix, Bilbo, they are looking for those passing plays, those outlet plays where you have a player upfield on the wall waiting to start that attack. And Bilbo, he was that guy for them. You know, on the first play, or on the first counterattacking goal, Bilbo was on the wall waiting for that Skyline pass. Skyline got it right to him. And then Bilbo over to Calix, textbook counterattack goal. Then the next one, Bilbo waiting on the ground at midfield, and Calix finds him as well, and he just puts a hard shot on net. So right now, the counterattacking game working wonders for Rightovers, at least in game one.
And I like the physicality coming out from Dutch Bim Bam, but they've got to convert their chances. They really do have the Rightovers in a great spot. They just can't find the back of the net.
See if Dutch Bim Bam can bounce back. Now is a good chance, but Skyline, a perilous position to be in, but he handled it. Got that ball out of danger. Now another good read from Skyline. And a double commit.
Mike Boy's getting bumped.
That hit shot from Calix, though, able to just graze the ball.
Mike Boy got bumped out of the way there, so it was up to Tho to make the save. And he was able to here, and for Dutch Bim Bam, able to bail themselves out.
Now Skyline on the goal line. And a demo on Mike Boy. Skyline with a good flick over to Bilbo, and the demo, that one hits off the post.
Shot.
Chance for Calix, and the goal line save for Dutch Bim Bam. But they're not out of danger yet. Bilbo with a flick. Skyline off the backboard to Calix. Calix hammers it home, and the Rightovers in the first minute take the lead.
Skyline finally getting involved here in the offense, linking up with Calix, and they really had Dutch Bim Bam on their goal line, flailing to get out. It took 2 big saves from Tho to get them out, but finally the pass comes through from Skyline, and Calix puts it away.
Excellent composure from the Rightovers. Even in those high pressure moments, staying calm, and then also Calix hitting that shot keeping that attack going. Now Tho, right idea, pass over to Justice. We saw Mike Boy also waiting for that third pass in the middle. Skyline, hitting it downfield, double commit again. Now Calix,
great pass
over to Skyline. And now Calix off the backboard. Justice doesn't get the greatest hit, and Skyline off the post, and it looked like a defender hit it in.
Skyline getting this one to drop, and great passing play coming out from the Rightovers. This play starts way back in the midfield, but Skyline off the post, and it does go off a last defender. Skyline gets credit for it, and the Rightovers up by 2.
Just superior positioning right now from the Rightovers. We even saw the passing play setups. They've got people just waiting in those open spaces looking for the ball. Good movement by the Rightovers. And now Bilbo over to Calix, setting him up for a shot. And the back pass attempt, that one a little bit behind Skyline, but he still is able to get back in time. Justice going for the demo. That one could have been punched in, but Dutch Bim Bam was not there. 50-50, Skyline getting challenged. Bilbo getting that touch. Yo, was almost demoed. Had he been demoed, that might have been a goal for Dutch Bim Bam.
For the Rightovers, they've really turned it up here in this game in particular. Dutch Bim Bam have not had any control so far. Here's Tho going into an air dribble, picking it up over the first defender and dropping it down. That's a great touch, though, by Bilbo to get it out. And Dutch Bim Bam, again, to just not find any sort of offense here in this game. 4 shots to the 11 so far from Rightovers. Dutch Bim Bam, no control.
I mean, you can tell that Dutch Bim Bam is very solid technical players with mechanical ability. But right now, it seems like the superior positioning and patience from Rightovers is really paying dividends for them.
And you can see it in the passing as well. The Rightovers doing a lot more in the midfield than Dutch Bim Bam right now. You're seeing a lot more solo efforts from Dutch Bim Bam. You saw the air dribble earlier. That's a great pinch coming out from Justice.
Now Skyline, he's going to just leave that. But even the pinch, what's the next step? You pinch it down, you lose possession. Skyline on the goal line yet again. Bilbo with a whiff there. Mike Boy doesn't have much boost, trying to get around the ball, hits it off the backboard, and Bilbo gets it out of danger, but still low boost right now for the Rightovers. This could be the time to attack, though, turning on it, and a good block from Calix on low boost, even Skyline on empty. But the Rightovers holding on.
Just
now
barely.
That challenge from Bilbo.
Just barely holding on. There's a shot coming out from Calix as well, but even with 0 boost, putting up a great defensive effort is the Rightovers, and now transitioning onto offense is Dutch Bim Bam, though.
Double tap chance from
not
Tho.
able to get it.
And we're starting to see more chances come in. Ceiling shot from Tho. Again, you see that mechanical ability coming into play, but still the defense holding firm for Rightovers.
30 seconds left now for Dutch Bim Bam to put anything up for offense. They've been very, very quiet here in game number 2.
That ball going dangerously across net. Bilbo trying to get in front of Mike Boy. Now Calix going for the curvature of the ceiling. Skyline on the prowl. He's got no boost. He's just going to have to pick up the small pads. First touch from Bilbo looking good. Now this one off the ceiling up. Skyline hitting it to the corner. Tho getting denied by Skyline. Center ball, and this one's going to be cleared. Calix just lets the ball roll, and the Rightovers take game 2 commandingly.
Much better game here from the Rightovers, and I know that they won game number 1, but it felt like Dutch Bim Bam was really in their face for most of the game, and a couple counterattacks come out, but the stats kind of show the shots coming out. 14 shots for the Rightovers, and they win 2-0.
And let's take another look at the first goal of this game, number 2. Skyline off the backboard, and this was after an extended attack. Just superior positioning and patience. You don't see double commits, and you see, Skyline going for that pass off the backboard and Calix with a quick turn. It seemed like everything was going right for the Rightovers.
And you saw there that pass had to be one more pass off the backboard because he saw Mike Boy. He was actually very patient sitting on his goal line. When he saw both of his teammates go, he waited for the play to develop a little bit more, and that extra pass was what the Rightovers needed to the other back post, and they were able to find the net. So it was great from the Rightovers to kind of keep the ball away from Dutch Bim Bam until the opening arises. And for Dutch Bim Bam in this game, you look at it, 8 saves coming out, 8 shots. Sure, you had some opportunity.
Yeah, but
there,
I mean, you got 14 shots by the Rightovers.
The Rightovers definitely had a better game here. So, for instance, Dutch Bim Bam, we're not seeing a lot of the physical play that we saw earlier on. And I think that's definitely a product of, you know, being on defense a lot more and being blocked in. The Rightovers definitely went up to a next level as far as their pressure.
Yeah, because, I mean, in the first game, we saw a lot of the pace dictated by Dutch Bim Bam, but Rightovers were able to make those adjustments and not only win game 1 despite, you know, having to win based on counterattacks, but game 2, they just went on an all-out assault. And that shot forcing out a double commit on the goal line, but still saved. And a long shot, Mike Boy has to race back. Now Calix up in the air, Skyline too slow. Now Tho with a shot opportunity, puts that one
beautiful.
Top shelf. What a shot from Tho.
Beautiful touch coming out from Tho. And you see Mike Boy does a great job of just setting him up for it, and Bilbo just not ready for that shot. And Dutch Bim Bam, they start off on the right foot and find the back of the net early.
And now that's the type of plays that you're looking for from Dutch Bim Bam. Tho has been, you know, he has been threatening, but they're finally able to convert.
For Dutch Bim Bam, that's only their 2nd goal of the series. They got shut out in the last game, but not in this game as Bilbo finds the back of the net for the Rightovers here. The defense from Dutch Bim Bam, that's not a good clear coming out from Mike Boy, and then a demolition coming out. Bilbo finds it top shelf, and the game's all tied up.
And just like that, it seemed like Dutch Bim Bam were going to get back into it, but Rightovers not letting them even get a breath. Now that touch, Skyline, over to Bilbo now up the wall. Head downfield, Calix getting the mid boost as well. Bilbo over to Calix. Calix, what's he going to do with this one? Going off the backboard, but Justice is able to hit it downfield. A demo on Skyline. Now Bilbo, that shot's going to easily be blocked.
Mike Boy, big clear coming out here as Dutch Bim Bam finding themselves a little bit on some defense here. Everyone a little bit spread. Calix making this one touch going off the corner. It's straight to Skyline. He can't get over it though. And a bump coming out here. One more maybe for Calix. He can't get it. And the long clear comes out to Tho. He actually gets the bump. It's going off the crossbar, and Mike Boy still trying to keep the attack on.
Oh, that bump almost making it happen. Now Skyline in a 1v1 situation.
Oh, he faked
the mind game. Skyline getting the go-ahead goal for the Rightovers.
So he actually does it twice. Once right there, and then once again. Ooh. And he just completely gets inside the last defender's mind. And he takes the lead for the Rightovers.
Oh my, what a play to step up and make by Skyline. You can still see that RLCS quality come through in his play, especially in that moment. Now Calix with that touch over to Bilbo, and the Rightovers 3 unanswered goals.
And the touch is really what makes this goal beautiful from Calix, right in front of the net. You couldn't have asked for a better pass, and Bilbo has just got to slam his face into it, into the back of the net, and the Rightovers really starting to roll here.
The Rightovers, they really are looking like rival series quality. The patience, the execution, the clutch factor. Skyline now in another 1v1. But he's shut down. And now Calix in the corner. Skyline off the wall. Double commit from Tho and Justice. Now Bilbo trying to find Calix, but Calix had no boost to jump up to make the play. Mike over to Justice, who's on the wall. Bilbo with the backflip. Mike was waiting for it. Skyline refusing to let that ball go freely into the midfield. Now Bilbo off the backboard to Skyline, a miss, but Calix there for the follow-up, off the backboard again. No space given to this Dutch Bim Bam team. But Mike Boyd does get to that ball first and gets the bump, as well as the corner boost. This could be the attack they were looking for. Justice just flying by that ball.
A little bit of a miss there, as that ball actually did come through for Dutch Bim Bam, but not able to find the shot. See, Mike Boyd was trying to wrap around to that one, but
he was probably expecting the defense to make the hit, and the defense just let it through.
So it dropped for Dutch Bim Bam, but still down by 2 goals with a minute and a half. That's a great demo from Bilbo, and Skyline tried to get a little bit cheeky there with the flick over the defender. Calix trying to make it up. Still can't find the back of the net here, and a little bit of a slow return. Calix just given the ball, and he thinks past one, but the save from Doe, he's still taking shots. Doe has to make a heroic save on the goal line, and Dutch Bim Bam somehow get out.
And again, another situation where it's just calculated play from the Rightovers. They're taking their space, they're taking their time, and they're being very deadly. And now Skyline and Bilbo 2v1. Bilbo popping it by Mike Boyd, and they are running away with game 3.
A lot of confidence coming out here from Bilbo and the Rightovers. And it's another goal where Bilbo's left in a 1v1 situation downfield, and he's been pretty successful when he's in front of the net in that situation. A 4-1 scoreline opens up for the Rightovers.
And that is a hat trick for Bilbo. Multiple players on the Rightovers stepping up in those 1v1 situations. We saw Skyline do it with the mind game, and now Bilbo just with the well-timed pop, and Bilbo almost making it back, getting his 4th goal. Absolute domination here in game 3 by the Rightovers.
And while things took them a little bit to get going here, Dutch Bim Bam seemed to have the upper hand early on in this series. The Rightovers show poise, show confidence in the next, well actually, in the next 2 games, even after winning the first one. And they look to be going to the rival series up by 3 with less than 10 seconds left.
Skyline was in the RLCS last season, got dropped in a roster move, but he and the Rightovers battled their way into the rival series in absolute commanding fashion.